Hello everyone, welcome to another One Piece theory channel. Here we want to explore some intriguing theories from various sources, especially from Japanese and Chinese theorists. This time we are going to talk about the mysterious man with the burn scar. In chapter 1056, Kid first dropped a big hint on this the man with the burn scar person. And then in chapter 1081, Blackbeard and his crew in a conversation with former Admiral Aokiji and share more fascinating details about this mysterious individual. There are four red poneglyphs and one is being held by a man with a burn scar. He rides in an all-black ship that swallows enemies in a gigantic vortex if they wander too close. So, first start with some possible picks for this man marked with scar. Aokiji and his friend Jaguar. Their chance have dropped pretty low after chapter 1081, as Aokiji said he got no good memories about the red stones and didn't see one in Ohara. And the chance for a red stone resides in Ohara is nearly impossible, as in such case the world government would have obtained it, but that would not be making sense, as we will discuss that later. Then we got to the next possible person, Dragon, as Lafitte mentioned three important clues about the man marked with scar, black ship, giant vortex, and possibly devil fruit eater. The easiest person to come in mind is of course Dragon. Dragon's Revolution Army ship is quite black, and he possibly ate a devil fruit that can control wind and so has the ability to create a vortex. However, I don't think Dragon is the correct answer, and I will list a couple of reasons behind that. First, considering this, during the time skip, Robin stays with the Revolutionary Army the entire time, and there's no reason Dragon not share this information of Red Poneglyph to her, considering she is an archaeologist and a crew member of his son. And Robin also mentioned that no one have found the last raw poneglyph, and in chapter 1056, when Kid mentioned it, her reaction indicates that she didn't know anything about this man marked with this scar before. Because of the same reason, Sabo is also not a man marked with the scar. And the biggest objection that Dragon would have the stone is that Blackbeard has attacked the Revolutionary Army's base before. If dragons have kept the poneglyph there, Teach would not have such conversation with Aokiji later. So we go to the fifth option, which is what Zhu said that the government themselves have kept one of the raw poneglyphs to avoid pirates ever reach the One Piece. But this is probably not the case, because world government can simply hide it in a secret place with high defense, like Imperial Dawn or Enice Lobby. There's no reason to be traveling around with it in a black ship. So, after removing many potential candidates, now I'm going to represent one theory that really makes sense, which would require some knowledge of Japanese and some clues hidden in manga from the past. First is the term man with the burn scar, which is a translation from the Japanese work Hinokizu. And only in chapter 1056, this is the only time this term appears in kanji style. Afterward, it's all the katakana style Hinokizu. We can actually think in a way that this is a trick from Oda, that Hinokizu isn't necessarily mean the man with a burn scar, but actually a man with a scar in the shape of heat. And there's already a person that has a similar shape in his facial creatures, and that is the captain of Womber Pirates, Yoki. Although we don't know the current status of Yoki, but that is not really a scar, and the character is not really a he, but Yo. But we all know a guy that is a friend of Yoki that contains a scar in heat shape, and that is Brook. If we reverse Brook's scar upside down, it would be heat in hiragana, but not exactly a katakana heat. To dig deeper, we need to talk about a secret rule in One Piece, that is all the finding of the red pornographs are related to Brook or Wells. I mean, considering the backstory between Brook and the Boon, the two terms are basically referring the same idea. So, where is the first red pornograph be found? Yes, the whale tree in Zou. And the second red pornograph is in Big Mom's Cake Island. And who found it? Yes, Brook. The third one is hidden in a secret coffin in Owano. And who is the one found the secret room again? Yes, Brook. For the fourth world pornograph, it was in Fishman Island 26 years ago in the sea forest surrounded by whales. From all these clues, there's no way that the current position of the last world pornograph not related to Brook or whales. Let's take a quick look on the characteristics of the man with burnt scar again. An all black ship followed by gigantic vortex. Remember when Luffy and his crew leaving the Fishman Island, what did they encounter? Yes, a white storm, an enormous white whirlpool that can easily swallow ships nearby. And what happens right after the white snake? Yes, island whales. We can assume that island whales have the ability to create an enormous vortex. And what is the most noticeable characteristics of island whale? Yes, the scars in the forehead. And pay attention, each scar of island whale looks different. So, at this point, I think the conclusion of this theory is very obvious. The man with the burn scar is probably not a man, but an island whale. The last pornograph probably stays in his stomach, like how cockroach lives inside the boom. Of course, there could be really a man with burnt scar living inside that island whale, because we don't want to mess up with non-Japanese reader, right? Considering that the raw pornograph in Fishman Island 26 years ago is gone after a certain time, especially after Gold Roger arrived the Laugh Tale. And Roger said that it is not yet the time. One possibility is that he hides that red pornograph in one of the island whale that have scar with a heat-shaped scar. Other island whale hit themselves as well to create a scar in their forehead so that they can hide the true island whale that have the raw pornograph. And this is also maybe the reasons why Crocus lives in the boom, because it is probably inspired by his former captain's action. So, when the time that Rogers mentions have truly come, the red pornograph carrier will appear again and point the true location of Naftel to the correct people. Thank you for watching and sorry for my bad English. Appreciate if you stay till the end, and if you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe for more similar content in the future.